Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just welcome to my show, man. Now, but on a serious note, breaking news, man. Not really breaking news now at this moment, but I always wanted to say breaking news. But also, on a serious note, for real, where have this world come to? I know it's crazy, but it seems like it's getting worse by the minute. Some may even say seconds. In Newark, a 14-year-old teenager unalived a cop and harmed the other cop, which he's expected to live. But where is this boy parents? So let me ask y'all a question. Now, I don't know the race of this boy, but is that white supremacy's fault or the culture's fault? Let's take a look at this video, shall we?
Search for answers in Newark after two police officers were shot, and one of them died. Good evening at 11 o'clock. I'm Mike Marza.
And I'm Sade Betterenwall. We're hearing the shooter is just 14 years old. Right now, you're looking at live pictures from University Hospital, where the other officer is being treated at this hour.
Live on the scene with the breaking details of what went down, Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo. Anthony.
Well, guys, that's right. Sources say the suspected shooter, just 14 years old, he also was apparently shot in this incident. We're told that the shooter was with a group of people inside of a McDonald's and a White Castle just minutes before this apparent shootout with police. We're taking you down the block here towards Broadway, where all of this action happened. You see the prosecutor's vehicle still here on scene. And as details come together on what led up to this deadly shooting of a Newark police officer, the Newark police force tonight is heartbroken. One after another, Newark police cars raced to the scene, trying desperately to rush two officers to the hospital. Both had just been shot. Those who live close by heard a barrage of bullets.
It was 10 shots, I want to say like the whole clip, basically.
I just hear the gunshots, and I thought it was fireworks because people are always doing their fireworks. Then I see a bunch of police come.
Police locked down this intersection in the area of Carteret Street and Broadway. The investigation appeared centered between a McDonald's and a White Castle. A backpack appeared to be part of the evidence. Police consoled each other at the scene.
There's no words to describe what happened. It shouldn't happen. People should feel safe to be out here, and for someone with a badge to die in the line of duty, it's a tragedy.
The Essex County prosecutor.
So let me ask y'all a question. To people like BLM, who acting like we so scared of cops, does this sound like people are actually scared of cops? I'm just saying.
His office says two Newark police officers were shot at 6:37 this evening. Officers gathered at University Hospital. Sources tell Eyewitness News one of those officers died. Sources say the suspected shooter, just 14 years old, taken into custody along with multiple suspects. The shooting sending shockwaves through the community.
We only a few blocks from where major stuff be going on.
Governor Murphy releasing this statement that reads in part, "This is a rapidly developing situation. Please pray for these officers, their families, and all our men and women in uniform who put their lives on the line to keep us safe." And another live look right now at the active investigation that will span into the night. Sources say, again, the suspected 14-year-old shooter was also shot in this incident. His condition is unclear right now. It is not clear if all the suspects being sought in this incident are in custody. But again, we're told multiple people were taken into custody. Again, one Newark police officer killed tonight in this incident, another injured. The New York State PBA says it is heartbroken that one of their own was killed in the line of duty. They also say that other officer who was shot and injured is in critical condition ATF and other federal investigators are also on scene tonight. We're live in Newark. Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
The culture has failed our youth. I know we like to blame the white man for everything. But this is not the white man's fault. This is culture fault that we celebrate. How do these guns get into these teens' hands? Well, I know, because somebody's giving it to them. Somebody's selling it to them. And let's just say, being that it's Newark, is it a higher possibility that they got the gun from a white man, a white supremacist, KKK, or they got it from somebody that looks like them? You see, here's the problem when I keep saying the men of the community has failed the community. Not all men. Just the types of men like this. The men of the culture, I should say, is the ones that failed the community. They are the true sellouts. They talk about, yo, back in 9-5, yo, I was holding shit down, yo. I did this, I blocked that, yo, I blocked the nigga. You feel me? Yo, nobody mess with me. You tell all these kids these war stories. The same way how you watch Scarface movie and you got hype, although it's a movie, you're telling the kids all your greatest hits. Like a commercial. Track number 5, greatest hits. You'll never find. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. Order now. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet. It's like, a commercial but show all the songs. That's what dudes are doing to the youth. You're giving them a list of your greatest hits. Back in 9-5, I was holding it down during the snowstorm in 94. You know what I'm saying? And then back in 97, when I came out, you know what I'm saying? When when Jaheim and them came out in 2000, I was on the corner. Niggas fed me. You're teaching these kids how to hate others. I'm gonna tell you how ass backwards the culture is. If you, as a black man or black woman, call out the destruction of our community in public, which, mind you, is already in public because it's been recorded, it's on the news, they want you to speak about it behind the scenes, but not in public when we see it, right? But if you call this out in public, somehow you're labeled a coon, Uncle Tom, sellout. Somehow you're labeled a sellout for telling the kids the truth or calling out bullshit in our community. But no one calls the fake OG the sellout that told these kids these war stories, the greatest hits, to brainwash them into doing degenerate shit. You put that gun in that kid's hand. You put the drugs in that kid's hand. You told them the boogeyman stories about the cops. You told them a story about what? It was your block back in the days. It was his block back in the days. Now that kid go out there, super impressionable. Now this kid go outside, losing his life, whether they die or in jail. You sold that boy out because you knew better. Now this kid right here, I know we're on a little tangent, but it's all connected. This kid right here, for whatever reason, decides to have a bang out with cops. If you got to bang out with cops at the age of 14, somebody has failed you. If you had to bang out with the cops, somebody failed you. Now, your whole life is ruined at the age of 14. Your life is ruined because of the culture. But no one wants to say this, man. Now, I'm not a law expert, but is they going to charge this kid as an adult? Because I do think that children and teens that's 14, 13 years old, if you go out here gang banging and you killing people, you should be charged as an adult. No, give that kid some adult time, man. Let the other youth know that this is real. Make an example like this, not what you're supposed to do, man. RIP to the cop who lost his life. Let me use this illustration as an example of mysterious hood beefs and gang violence in the community. Let's take a look at this, please.
A group of scientists placed 5 monkeys in a cage and in the middle a ladder with bananas on top. Every time a monkey went up the ladder, the scientists soaked the rest of the monkeys with cold water. After a while, every time a monkey went up the ladder, the others beat up the one on the ladder. After some time, no monkey dared go up the ladder, regardless of the temptation. Scientists then decided to substitute one of the monkeys. The first thing this new monkey did was go up the ladder. Immediately, the other monkeys beat him up. After several beatings, the new member learned not to climb the ladder, even though he never knew why. A second monkey was substituted, and the same occurred. The first monkey participated on the beating for the second monkey. The replacements repeated until what was left was a group of 5 monkeys that, even though never received a cold shower, continued to beat up any monkey who attempted to climb the ladder. If you asked the new group of monkeys why the beatings took place, the answer would probably be,
well, I don't know. That's just how things are done around here.
How this is a perfect example of how street culture in the black community works and gang violence. A lot of people join gangs just because it's in an area they don't really know why they joined a gang, but they was taught, if you from this area, you rep this. If you from that area, you rep that. And now you got people who don't know each other just beefing, and they don't know why they beefing. They just beefing. They never had a personal issue with one another, but for some reason they just beefing because of what they was told and brainwashed with. This monkey example also explains, I'm going to use it to explain this, hood beefs. This project versus this project. They could have been having beef from 1985. And that beef can last until 2025, to this very day. Meaning the old people that was young at that time are either dead or moved out the community on both sides or in jail. The new kids that grew up, that was born in like 2000, 2001, 2002, they're like in their 20s now. Guess what happened? Project A and Project Beef is still continuing the tradition of beef. And if you ask any one of them, why are they beefing? They'll say, I don't know. It's just the way things are around here. I don't know why I'm beefing with them, but I grew up like that, so it is what it is. That's how you ask them the same question. I don't know. It's always been that way. We don't mess with them niggas over there. Then what they actually would say, they don't mess with them over there. Mind you, from the original beef, none of the people are even current in the area. It's just a whole new roster. Like them 5 monkeys at the end is a whole new roster of kids and a whole new roster of kids on this side, but none of these people understand why they're beefing. And that's why I say the culture ain't shit. Which ties all the way back around to this cop situation. I'm pretty sure this 14-year-old kid don't even know why he's in the position he's in the first place. It's because of the culture, which led him to whatever happened, unfortunately, killing a cop and lose his life at the same time why he got shot. I hope that makes sense to y'all. If I didn't make sense to y'all, then I don't know what to say. With that being said, man, later.